After 60, life changes in ways that most people can't even imagine. Your body changes, your energy changes, but what few people talk about is that your relationships also need to change. Yes, because there are types of people who, if you don't distance yourself from them, can drain your emotional health, your energy, and even accelerate the aging of your heart and mind. What if I told you that distancing yourself from these people is not selfish? It's protection. It's a vital necessity for those who want to age with more serenity, happiness, and vitality. Today, based on recent studies on the psychology of aging and real stories, we'll talk about the 4 types of people you should distance yourself from after 60 if you want to live better, lighter, and with more purpose. Let's start with the first type, the person who only complains but never changes. Frank, 72, was a joyful, active man, always willing to learn new things. But he had an old friend, Bill, who every time they met brought an avalanche of complaints: the government, the kids, health, the weather, food, life. And no matter how much Frank tried to cheer him up or offer different paths, Bill never changed. He just complained, like a broken record playing on infinite repeat. Science confirms regularly being around highly negative people raises cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and reduces heart rate variability, a marker of health, and longevity. When Frank decided with great care to limit his conversations with Bill and connect with more positive people, he noticed the difference. His energy came back, his mood improved, and his enthusiasm for life was renewed. The tip is constant. Complaining is contagious, and after 60 you need to protect your emotional health as much as your physical health. If you know someone who's always complaining, comment number 1. Recognizing it is the first step in protecting your peace. Now let's talk about the second type of person, the one who belittles your accomplishments and joys. Helen, 68, decided to take dance classes. She had always dreamed of it, but for many years she felt trapped by others' expectations. Finally free, she found something that made her heart beat faster. But every time she talked about her classes to her older sister, she received comments like, "Oh, at your age, why bother? Better to take it easy." This attitude, called emotional invalidation, is devastating for self-esteem, especially in later years. Neuroscience shows that the human brain continues to remodel itself until the age of 90, and that the feeling of achievement and growth is crucial to keep the brain young. The practical tip is: surround yourself with people who celebrate your wins. If you've ever felt someone minimize your accomplishments, comment number 2. Your happiness deserves to be protected. And now the third type, the person who sucks your energy with endless drama. Richard, 74, was a loving grandfather and a man with a big heart, but he had a neighbor, Carol, who seemed to live in an endless soap opera. Every encounter was a new scandal, problems with relatives, made-up financial crises, imaginary betrayals. Richard listened, advised, tried to help, but left exhausted, emotionally drained. Science shows that continuous exposure to high levels of emotional stress, even from others, can increase inflammation in the body, reduce immunity, and affect sleep quality. The practical tip: it's not your duty to save everyone. Your energy is precious. Treat it like a treasure. If you've ever felt drained by other people's drama, comment number 3. Let's learn to value what brings us peace. Now that you've Learned about 3 types of people who can drain your energy and impact your health. Let's talk about the 4th, and perhaps the most dangerous of all. Because this person doesn't shout, doesn't complain, doesn't cause drama, but they slowly undermine your confidence like a drop of water that wears away at a stone. We're talking about the person who no longer believes in anything, not even in you. Oh no. Susan, 70, was always a curious woman, full of both small and big plans. She wanted to learn gardening, take online courses, travel nearby, explore new cafes. But she had a cousin, Nancy, who every time Susan spoke about an idea would say, "Oh, at your age, let it go. You've already done what you had to do. Better not to set expectations." At first, Susan thought Nancy was just being realistic. But over time, she realized that that disguised disbelief was slowly draining her own energy, making her dreams quieter, her life more dull. The psychology of aging shows something powerful. Having projects, hope, and the desire to learn are protective factors against depression, cardiovascular diseases, and even cognitive decline. When we surround ourselves with people who have given up on life and pull us into that resignation, we start, without realizing it, to lose our inner spark too. Frank, Susan's friend, understood this earlier. He chose to surround himself with people who still made plans, whether big or small, a walk in the park, a new book, a simple trip. And in doing so, he kept the ability to dream alive, which is the engine of longevity. The tip here is clear. After 60, you need to be around those who still believe in you and in life. If you've ever been around people who don't believe in your dreams, comment number 4. Your life deserves to be nourished with hope, not fear. Now that we've talked about the 4 types of people to distance yourself from, it's important to remember, this doesn't mean you need to cut relationships abruptly or aggressively. It means you choose who you want to invest more time and energy in. You create your own emotional garden, and you need to care for it just like you care for your health. Richard, that loving grandfather, often says something beautiful. After 60, either you choose the company that nurtures you, or you accept drying up little by little. And he's absolutely right. By gently distancing yourself from those who suck your light and getting closer to those who value your story and your dreams, you are practicing the smartest form of self-care. Taking care of your mind, your heart, and your vitality. So think with me. Who today is filling you with life and who perhaps is draining you without you even realizing it? If this reflection made sense to you, comment number 5 here. That way, we can create a chain of awareness for those who need it most. Now that you've recognized these 4 types of people, those who complain without changing, those who diminish your achievements, those who live in drama, and those who have given up on life, it's time for the most important question: what to do about it? Because the decision of who stays and who is distanced from your life after 60 is no longer about being polite. It's about being healthy. Science is very clear. The quality of our relationships directly impacts the health of our immune system, the longevity of our brain, and even the length of time our heart beats with strength and rhythm. Toxic relationships release stress hormones, inflame the body, and accelerate aging. On the other hand, healthy relationships release oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, hormones that strengthen immunity, reduce inflammation, and improve both physical and emotional energy. Frank, whom you already know, did something simple and powerful. He didn't argue with anyone, didn't make speeches, didn't create enemies. He just chose where to put his energy. He spent more time with those who made him laugh, with those who encouraged him to dream, with those who celebrated the little joys of life. And slowly, those who brought weight instead of lightness, naturally, drifted away without conflicts. Helen, the late dancer, did the same. And today she says she feels more alive at 78 than she did at 60. And you can do the same, because after 60, and at any age, you have the right to choose who deserves to be by your side. You deserve to live surrounded by love, encouragement, good conversations, and genuine laughter. You deserve people who celebrate your small victories, people who believe the best is still to come, even if you've already lived a lot of incredible things. So, here's my invitation to you now. Look at your life like a garden. Who are the flowers that perfume and cheer you up? And who are the weeds that suffocate you without you even noticing? Take care of your garden. Water those who do you good. Thank those who helped you grow. But allow yourself to distance from those who no longer walk in the same direction you want to go. If this message touched your heart, comment number 6. That way we spread more awareness to everyone on the journey of conscious maturity. Share this video with someone you love. Maybe that person needs this reminder too. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Here we talk about science, life, and real wisdom for those who understand that aging is an art. And living well is a choice. Because after 60, you don't need a crowd, you need quality, peace, truth, and that, my friend, only you can choose.